Media. This is the gauntlet stage, baby. We got a whole new format, which we're about to get into. Max, man, I'm gonna have you break down the schedule, but man, I'm telling you what, this is insane. This group is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, this stage is the toughest. All the best teams from the full season in their respective PMSLs or regional tournaments is going to be playing in the gauntlet for the next 3 days. And of course, for the gauntlet stage here, we know you need to be in the top 7 if you want to advance into the grand finals, because otherwise you're not in top 7. Niptura, group green, group red, you're going to be put in the groups where you could be eliminated. So if possible, you want to avoid going in the group stage.
No, 100%, right? Because that is where you start to get eliminated. The gauntlet stage is going to be a little bit more relaxed. Yes, you've got that opportunity, that top 7 to go straight to finals. But once you go, you're not in the top 7, you go back down to group stage. And this is where it gets really tough, because only 4th to 11th of each group go to last chance. You have 5 teams that are going to be eliminated out of each group there. This is where it starts to get to have a lot of pressure for these teams, because as you go further and further on the stages, your chances dwindle massively to get to the finals.
Yeah, because group stage in your respective groups, you have to be top 3 out of 16 teams in group green or group red. And then in last chance, you have to be top 2. It is going to be incredibly competitive here, Hodrix, to see who's going to make it. But of course, the point system, the trial and tested point system, it's back. It's the same, and we love it.
It's the same, but we got that $3 million prize pool. Are you kidding me? For downloading a mobile game that you could play for free, man. This is so awesome. I always love to see just how crazy this is. And you know, you guys are so right. I mean, we got 7 slots available here in the gauntlet, and there is a lot of monster squads looking to get those instantly. Because I'm gonna be real, you know, when looking at this roster with how stacked it is, I think there's a lot of these teams that it's pretty much do or die at this point. Like, they have to be able to get that slot to the grand finals here and now. Otherwise, it's going to be a big problem, Max. One team, though, I know that we're going to have a whole lot of confidence in, right? It's got to be Alpha Gaming, right? I mean, Zol, he's won this back in 2023, right, Max?
Yeah, I mean, he's an absolute OG. And look, if you don't have APG on your radar, we're not looking at the same esports, okay? Let me be very clear with you right now. We are not paying attention to the same level. Doc, Zyol, Top, Reefus, East even on the team right now going to be playing. Of course, I do believe Reefus is going to keep on playing here, Niptura, because the guy put on an absolute just destruction fest going forward in PMWC. He was putting everyone down, and I feel like it is great to see him hopefully play moving forward in PMGC, because the guy deserves his slot. And will Doc stick with his team? We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, that is the question, right, Max? Because, you know, you're talking about Reefus sticking onto the team, and I think he's such a great addition, specifically because Doc does what he does, right? And if that doesn't go well, if Doc splitting becomes the docketing, Reefus is the guy you want on your team that's able to clutch it back up and save the team from the doom that docketing often puts the team in, right? So I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring forward coming into the gauntlet for sure.
Oh, yes, indeed. You can see right now, these are today's matches. We're starting off with Rondo. That's right. If you haven't heard, Rondo is now in the mix. No more Sandhawk. So a little bit of a rip in the chat for Sandhawk. But Rondo is here. And for those of you guys that don't know, right, the biggest thing about Rondo is that they have those recall towers, Neptura. And that just changes the whole dynamic of how this tournament starts, right?
I love the idea that we have recalls in one map in Rondo, and Rondo is the one that we want here for sure, because I think the recall splits are going to be super
Well, there they are. We see them ready to go, man, live in Bangkok, Thailand, man. This is so great. We talked a little bit about some of the squads that we got looking at right here, right? One thing in particular that I think that is so awesome here about PMGC 2025 is there's a particular region that we haven't seen in such a long time, right? And that is India, baby. They are back, right? We got Orangutan joining the field. Neptura, I know this is a team you really got your eyes on.
I do. I love the way this team plays, and I think out of any of the teams to come out of India, this team has the most chance to actually do something and actually compete against these teams really, really well. Yes, they don't really have the experience that we've seen from other global teams right at the global stage. That is fair. But the way they play, they're mobile, they're opportunistic, they split, they use their vehicles to get any information, they third party as much as possible, they regroup really quickly. Like, this is a team that is very smart, and I think when you have that kind of skill level to pair with that, this is exactly what you need. This is all the elements of what you need in a team that will compete against global teams effectively.
But sorry, I gotta interrupt and also correct you guys. It's not Orangutan. That's not the team name. It's Team India, baby. Okay, that's
right.
what they're going by here in PMGC.
All right.
And actually, we had a little graphic talking about Rondo. As we go into Rondo, Mian7 had a video a few days ago talking about what they could really do. I would actually really like to see a third part, a hot drop coming out from Orangutan on APG, doing the typical 3-1 splits on Rondo. That would be such a good strat and a good way for them to kick off PMGC possibly.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man. If we get a hot drop right off the rip here in Rondo, that's going to be just absolutely crazy. But you know what? Let's get this started. Let's go ahead and head on over to Blank and John Allen to get this started.
We're ready to go. That's right. You know, I'll get that. I'll get that sorted for him. So he is right retrospectively. But we are thrilled as ever to be back here at the PMGC, ready to ramp up towards the finals later on over in December. It is all to play for, and the Gauntlet Blank is the place to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a very, very good opportunity to get whatever you want going into the finals, right? You get a lot of points here in terms of, well, not points, but if you get a lot of points here, you have a fantastic chance to get in. And even if you don't make it through Gauntlet, you get even more chances in the future to get towards those finals. So it is a perfect opportunity. We're starting things off here over on Rondo. I'm sure some of you may have seen this map previously over on some of our other PMSLs. But if this is first time tuning in, we do have a new map in. It is this one. It has the recall system that the guys on the desk were talking about, and the one gal, of course, which allows teams to get back into the match should they get knocked and flushed. It's an interesting mechanic. It does make it quite chaotic at times.
Absolutely. If you're wondering, where can I find these recall beacons? Well, it's the handy green hearts all over the map. They'll be visible on the mini-map as well, but it looks like we're already in for a fast start here. R8 dropping down with Alpha 7 over on the northwest side. Blank, it looks like Alpha 7, though, they've already taken a knock and a flush. But remember, the recall beacons exist, so it's not all done and dusted for the player from Alpha 7. As a second falls as well, I think it's time to turn tail and get on out of there.
I think they actually do already have an outpost ready to res if needs be. From the guys on Alpha 7, so that's fine, should be okay. I think that when you look at this over on Rondo as well, what you typically see, decent nade to start off with 2, and 97 looks to move up. Ida, sorry. Memori.
Dangerous though. Yes, shotgun. Oh, he's only got 2 more rounds though. 1. No, we can't find it. The AKM in the back pocket though, and the swap out is good for the turn of the spray, but the vents don't keep him safe. A couple more breathing holes than he would like there, and gets slashed to bits in the end. R8 able to get a lot of points in the meantime, Blank. We've got another hot drop going on between Virtus Pro and Ulf. Is that a full squad wipe, or is that just the flushes coming through? I think it was just the flushes.
It's scrappy. It always is really scrappy at the start here as well. Marfanning Revo, as Alpha 7 looked to get back into the mix here, in fact, after that double knock occurred upstairs. Squeeze out underneath. GS9. Pretty decent submachine gun exclusive to Rondo. Amori's looking for the parachutes. Not seeing any just yet. Alpha 7 back up to 3 now. Again, as I was saying before, the typical strategy is to send 3 in towards a location you want to control. You have 1 outpost sent over towards the recall beacon.
Ooh, what's the battle of the M249s? Plenty of lead being thrown either way. Not too much connecting, though, but in the end, it was Marso to win that little duel there. You can see we've already got a lot of elims on the cards blank, but only 2 people are currently flushed. Make that 3 now. But look at the number of elims. We're already up to 11 elims found, and only 1 player has gone down. Orangutan have lost 1. And it looks like R8 and Alpha 7 aren't done just yet either.
R8's actually profiting quite a lot off of this, actually. 5 points already on the game. It's very fantastic. Korea off in the distance, Obscures having to send away now. And R8 may just get 6 points from Alpha 7 total, which is a little bit weird considering they're a 4-man squad. But for R8, fantastic stuff.
I think this is the first time I've seen a team get more than 4 points on a hot drop.
Yeah,
certainly in Ronda. I'm talking about the Ronda recall system, but because we've hypothesized, what's the maximum number of points you can get from one team. It looks like R8 are trying to set that record right now. Goodness me. Okay, if you get 6 or 7 points from a single team, I mean they're called Alpha 7, right? Maybe that's because they're worth 7 points.
Yeah, we'll take 7 off them. That's 6 elims total. But also that indicates that Alpha 7 has lost the fight twice, which is not great for the prospects of Alpha 7 going forward. I mean, losing to R8 as well, in the past, that might have seemed as like a big upset, but I think R8's actually improved a lot over the years. Most of those players are veterans now of the game. They've been playing a very, very long time. I think they're all very good. There's some small changes here and there. But yeah, I think Marth's always been a bit of an underestimated player